do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Let's put that there a minute. Hi everybody, I'm Graham from Mission Fitness UK. So I'm going to do a lower body workout this evening outside. So it will be a little bit dark in areas, but hopefully you'll get the gist of what I'm doing. So this isn't a class, this is just a workout that I'm doing from home. Obviously I have managed to get a barbell and some weights. If you've got that, that's fantastic. If not, you can use a backpack, you can use dumbbells and try and you know, do the workout in your own time as well. So I'm going to start off with a bit of a warm up first. So I'm just going to be jogging on the spot, on the toes, and basically just want a bit of movement to get a little bit warmer. Just move that out of the way. So live, so it could be interesting how this one goes. So I just want to get warmed up, get the legs, feet going. So I'm going to start off with some Romanian stiff leg deadlifts in a moment. The main effort is to go through 3 sets of 10 exercises. I'm going to come up on the heels, back down again, so just give them a bit of a stretch there, up and down, go into some lunges, all the way forward and backwards, try that again, all the way down and back, that's good. So I'm doing 2 sets of 12 to 15 stiff leg deadlifts in a moment. Just going to go out to the side, get stretched off there. Good, out to the other side. So obviously if you need to change weights, we're going to do some warm-ups as we go through the squats as well. So let me just quickly explain the routine. So I'm going to do, let's say 2 sets of 15 on the Romanian deadlift, which is a good way just to warm up the glutes and hamstrings and get that back ready. Okay. Afterwards, we're going to do some squats, and we're going to build up the weight until we do 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions at whatever weight that you can do. Then we're going to do 3 sets of front squats, so 6 sets of squats in total, so quite a lot on the legs. Then we're going to do some split squats. I've got a step here, but you can just have your feet on the floor. Lunges, and then we can do some lying hip abductions and single leg glute raises. So that's the workout, okay? So obviously you can follow that through in your own time afterwards. So as I say, I'm going to start off with some warm-ups first. And I've got a bar here. Let's try and get this up a little bit further for you so you can see the bar as well, okay? So I'm just going to lift this up, take it back a little bit. And I'm going to have quite a narrow stance. Get those shoulders back. And come all the way down. And back up. I'm extending all the way forward. Doing 12 to 15 repetitions. 3, 4, extending all the way forward. And then when you feel it in the glutes and the hamstrings, just squeeze all the way back up again. It's important to have a nice strong back. So I tend to brace the abs a little bit as well, but the focus is keeping those shoulders back all the way through. That's 10, 11, 12. You don't want to be bending those knees anymore, so they're pretty much straight legs. And that's 15, and rest it down. Good. So I'm just going to have a little bit of a rest there now. So I've got a watch going, which is quite useful for just, so I'm going to speak to you a bit better. I've got a watch going here, so it monitors my repetitions, it monitors my rest, and also gives me a bit of a calorie burn, but I can put the details into the computer or on the phone later for how many reps or weight I've done. Okay. So we can do another set of those. 12 to 15 repetitions. Make sure you've got a nice strong back when you come up. Coming back slightly away from the camera there. Reach forward. So really gonna get those legs ready for the squats, but also it's working my back. Don't want to go too heavy on this, but 12 to 15 repetitions. This is really working anyway. I don't want to lose the form. 5. Keep the bar nice and close to the body. 6. 7. 8. 9. So you don't want to get too exhausted. 10. But you want a good workout. This is really good preparation. That's 12 for the squats. 13. 14. And 15. And rest there. So I'm going to stop my watch on that one. Count your 15 reps, that's good. So come with me. We'll come around to the side of the house here. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing in a moment. Okay, got a bit of light there as well. So I'll bring that right up so you'll be able to see the workout. So I'm going to be doing some squats here. Just bear with me, obviously get your weights ready as well. Obviously this is quite heavy already, but I know that it's not going to be too heavy for my warm-up. So I'm just going to try and get this up to here. Once I'm in this position, we're safe and ready to go. Okay, good. So what I tend to do as well when I do the squats is I do a bit of dorsiflexion, so lift the ankle up, get that stretched off before I start, because when you're going down, if your ankle is good at lifting up and flexing, obviously you're not going to lean forward as much. Okay, good. So here we go then. Warm up for the squats first. Just going to do a few repetitions. Get the clock going again. Make sure I'm in the middle of the bar. It's in the back of the neck. Just walk back a little bit here. Make sure I'm clear of any obstructions. And come all the way down and back up again. Down, up. Looking forward all the time. Keeping the heels on the floor. Bracing the abs and pushing off the heels and back into position. Onto the bar. So those remaining deadlifts, I say, they're really good at getting you warmed up before the start of the workout. So I've got a nice bit of heavy weight here. Obviously with your warm up, so you want to go as much as you can on that. Okay, just enough so your legs are, and your glutes, your hips, everything is nicely warmed up first. Before you start going, obviously, too heavy. So get yourself ready, just bear with me, stay warm. Do a couple more warm-ups if you want to. Just going to put this heavy weight on. And we're going to do 3 sets of 10 to 12. Okay? 3 sets, 10 to 12 repetitions. Let's move that like so. So we're about centre. Okay, my watch is here for me again. So it's tracking the sets as I'm working out. So 3 sets of 10 to 12 now. Nice heavy weight on here. But hopefully enough that I can do 10 to 12. Here we go. Difficult to get the weight on at the moment. If you're not in the gym, just do what you can. That's 10, 11, and 12. Coming back onto the bar. There we go. Whew. Take a rest. How are we doing? Okay? Good. So already on this one, I can feel it in the lower back just from doing those stiff leg deadlifts at the beginning. So that is, I've got 80 kilograms here. Quite fortunate I can put a bit of weight on, and I'm doing 12 reps. But obviously you do whatever you can safely from home. The main thing is just to try, even if it's a backpack that you can wear on your back or hold to the front, just try and do what you can. So on the watch again is quite useful because it will, when I'm on a rest, it will tell me how long I rested for. I don't want to go for longer than a minute on this. 45 seconds to a minute is more than enough. Keeps me warm as well. Okay, it's not too heavy. So that's about a minute now, coming up to a minute. So it's my second set of 3. Make sure I'm bang in the middle again. Lift it up, come back safely, looking forward, brace the abs, and off I go. 1, 7, 9, squeeze those glutes, push off the heels, all the way up, 1 more, back onto the bar, safely, and get a rest. So even outside now, whew, limited for space here, but it's getting a little bit warm just doing that. But it's the balance of, you know, keeping warm. You don't want to be cold, particularly when you're doing these sort of exercises. The most important thing though is making sure you've got safe surroundings. It's stable, so you're not going to trip over anything and hurt yourself. So this is 3 sets of 10 to 12, and this is actually how you train the gym. Making sure you're in the centre of the bar, arms comfortable, lift them up, the elbows back if you want to go high or lower this way, as long as it's not too much on the neck. Okay, that's 50 seconds. You tend to get used to the timing in between. It's important you get in the centre of this bar and you position your legs properly first. So this is the last set on this particular one. Then we'll take the weight down for the front squats, okay? So up onto the back again, in the centre. Now it's nice and safe, you can feel the balance away from my wardrobe there. Drinks cabinet, who said that? Soft drinks, honest. 3, 2, 1. So I'm going down, back up again. 2, 3, nice and safe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, really feeling it, it's good. 10, 11, 12, back onto the bar safely, make sure. Woo, there we go, 12 reps exactly, that's good. Okay, I'm going to take some of that weight off now. So I'm going to take a lot of weight off because I've already done 3 good sets, 10 to 12, but now I'd like to have a go at front squats. And normally, for those that know, I'm sure you do, when you're doing the front squat, it's quite a difficult one to do. We don't do it very often, and you definitely have to lighten the load for that, okay? Especially if you want to keep the technique and you want to do it, whoops, sorry about that, and if you want to do it safely. Sorry about that. It's good, isn't it? Live workouts, love it. So there we go. So I'm lovely warm now, that's for sure. You can see me well, perfect. Take this top off now for a minute. Okay, I've had plenty of time, 1 minute 13, just whilst I was changing the bar. Gives you enough rest. If you need to take water on, just do that as required. Again, I'm going to make sure bar's in the middle. You can either do it like this, with your elbows have to be up really high, but that can put a lot of pressure on the wrist joint. It depends how flexible you might be on that. I tend to just cross the arms and put it on the top of the shoulders here, so I'll show you that now. So 3 sets of 10 to 12 again. Up, make sure you come back into a safe area. Notice my elbows are up as high as I can now, okay? So down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As soon as you start dropping the elbows, that's when body starts going forward and the weight starts going forward. And 12. Back onto the bar. Woo. Good. Well, I hope you have a go at this and you enjoy it. If nothing else, even if you don't do the workout, guys, until we get back to the gym, it's just giving you an idea of how to train, technique, and obviously how much time you should rest in between, and just thinking about the weights, okay? So as you can see on that one, I was going up and down a lot quicker, a lot easier. On the front, my back can stay a lot straighter, and I can go down a little bit deeper because it's not on the back. But the weight does have to be a little bit lighter so that you can keep those elbows up and obviously support the bar. So that's about 45 seconds. I'm going into my second set. I'm doing 3 sets of these as well. So that'll be 6 sets of squats plus those stiff leg deadlifts that we did before. So that's 8 sets already. So here I go. 1, looking forward all the time. That stops me from leaning forward too much. Go down as deep as you can without losing the form. It's not important, but just do it freely with no pain. 2 more. And up. So, worth noting, if you haven't done already on those, on both the rear squats or back squats and the front squat, you really want to have a good deep breath before you start. You're tensing the stomach, you're breathing out under control, but you don't breathe out fully until you get past at least halfway point. Don't try and breathe out when you're right down low, because you ain't going to get back up again. All right, so keep that strength. So breathe in, breathe out at the top, at the hardest bit. That's generally the same for most exercises. Oh, 1 more to go then. So that's 40 seconds again, so you can see just a bit lighter, I can have a little bit less rest time and burn a few more calories off. Into the centre, lift, come back safely, looking forward, breathe in, two, plus 10, 11, 12. Oh, glad that's done. That's done. Woo. Wow. That was good hard work. Okay, I'll be back with you in a second. We're going to go into some Bulgarian split squats, okay? And I'm just going to take the bar outside so you can follow me out in a minute. Just give yourself a rest. Get ready for the split squats. Okay, hi, I'm back. Right then, so a bit more light this way, okay? So you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing, okay? Whew. So what I'm going to do first, there's some split squats, okay? So, smoothing, I've got a step. You can obviously use a chair, or you can use just the floor itself. Doesn't matter. Just make sure it's not too heavy when you do it. Okay. We'll have a try this one. Let's put that there a minute. Hopefully you see me a bit better that way. So not too heavy, but I'm going to have to get this above my head and over. Get my foot in position on this step, making sure I come forward enough to balance, not too far forward. Okay, so from there, come down and up. That's probably a little bit too wobbly today, so bring it down. This is realistic. Okay, I'm just going to do it at the moment with the bar, because it's a little bit awkward out in the dark and I just don't feel as safe. Okay? Okay. That's what you want to do, is get the right weight for the exercise you're doing. Okay? So off we go. Down, up, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 to 12, and these 9, 10, 11 and 12. Oh, shake that off. Just make sure the bar, or where you got your centre of the back. Okay, change legs. Make sure that foot is secure and safe. Off you go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back is definitely feeling it tonight. That's good. Getting the stop position is the hardest. 5, 6, 7. Oh, see, I've got one leg strike stronger than the other. 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do 10 on that for now. And rest. Oh. Okay, the other way you can do it, if you notice I was a bit wobbly there, that's fine, because my body is just getting used to it still. But I know I'm well warmed up, because I've done the squats there and the Romanian deadlifts. It's just an exercise I haven't done for so long, that's why I had to take the weight down. When I come on to the alternate leg lunges in a minute, I'll put some more weight back on again. Okay, and give that a go. So hopefully this time I'm going to be a little bit better balanced. So I'm going to do one more set. Okay, one more set of 10 to 12 split squats, or Bulgarian split squats on each leg. So my toes on the chair, on the step, sorry. Get the balance first. Down, up, down, 2, 3. I'm doing it better as well because I'm looking forward rather than the screen. You see what I mean about looking down, you lose your balance. Look forward, 6, be confident, 7, 8, I'm doing 10. Oh, I'm going to do one more there. I did 9 and then came off it, so down, up, try not to do myself out of one there. Okay, same go on the other leg. 1, now it's hopefully warmed up a bit better. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Whoa, there we go. Well done. Rest there if you need to. Well, you will need to. Okay, balance a little bit off there, but still happy with that. So I did it safely and managed to get the repetitions I wanted in. Okay, the more you do it, the more your body will get used to it and you can add the weight. But you've got to get the form first. So you can see a live session, that's exactly what it's like. If I was doing this in the gym, kit would be laid out a little bit different, but you get used to that as well. So I'm putting the weight back on. What we do this time with the barbell is an alternate leg lunge, forwards and back. But because I've got my leg and my feet rooted to the ground, I should be able to do that under control a little bit better. I've still got a nice weight on here, you know, it's not an easy one, but hopefully that will work a bit better. Okay, so I've had about a minute rest there again. Gonna get that weight up safely onto my back, in the middle, and then off we go. Forwards and back. Change legs. 1, down, 2. Your legs will definitely feel it at the end of this. 3. Again, just do it to the weight. So if it's too heavy, for 10 on each leg, you've got to take the weight down. Simple as that. 5. As long as you've got the form. And these are hard, these sort of exercises. 6. You don't have to have a barbell, just a weight. Good cardio as well. 8. Good for the glutes, hip flexors, hip extensors, everything. Okay, I'm doing one more. Down, change, down, change. Safe to get the bar down and take a well-deserved rest. Woo! Whoa. Whew. It's very strange working outside in the dark. Be very careful. You know, it's better to go lighter. If you haven't done it before, go safely. It gets a bit slippy, it gets a bit colder. Make sure you're well wrapped up, but not too restricted. Okay, I'm taking enough time to recover. So about 30 seconds at the moment. So, just gonna go and get my phone. Here we go. So, back onto the lunges in a moment. So you can see we've already done 2, 5, 8, 9 sets on the, 10 sets on the legs there, isn't it? 9 sets, sorry, 9 sets. And that's hard sessions. So that's a minute. Don't have too much rest, we'll get cold. Okay, so back onto the lunges again. And actually, like I say, the more you do it, up and over, in position. Good. The more you do it, the more your brain has already told the body what to do. Those muscles are warmed up. 1. You should see, or be a little bit late, that the technique, the range, and doing the exercises starts to become a lot easier. That's 4. 5. Whoops, step behind me. 6. 7. 8. You always sweat on the leg session, anyway, don't you? It's always cardio. 9. 1 more on each leg. A little bit smooth, wasn't it? A little bit better. And rest. Safely off of the bar. Rest it down. Woo! Take a rest there. Oh, that's good. Just gonna swipe the machine just to see if there was any comments as well. Okay. Nothing yet. Woo! We thought we'd put on an evening class. This is the last set now on this particular harder one. Then I'm going to do some leg exercises, or legs, hips, glutes, lying down. Okay, so some ideas for you. I would recommend you get some resistance bands. Quite cheap and very versatile. You can do loads and loads of different types of exercise with those if you haven't got any weights, or you can just add to the variety of workouts you're doing, because variety is definitely the spice of life, sorry, and it will keep your body guessing. Okay, so that's coming up to a minute again. You don't want any more than that. Hopefully this last one will be my best form. Okay, last set. Safely up the bar, up and over, onto my back, in the centre, looking forward, and let's go. Down, 1. 1. Much better now. 2. Getting warmed up now. 3. We've used all the leg muscles virtually now, glutes, etc. Lower back. We'll fine tune in a minute. 5. Whoops. I'll do that one again. Make sure we get good one. 6. 6. If you start tiring, that's fine, as long as keep your form. Okay? If you start losing your form, wobbling too much, or any pain, you've got to stop. That's 9. 1 more on each leg. Come on, let's do it. All the way down. Ah! Up and down. Up and down. Oh yeah. Come on guys. Oh dear. Hard work. It's hard work. Okay, I've got a mat, roll mat, just because I'm outside. I can tell you my heart rate is right up tonight doing this outside. Not used to it. This is good. So this is meant to be a proper realistic session. It's not meant to be perfect. So you can get some ideas. Okay? Right. Let me grab this good old machine, bring it down onto the floor with me so you can see what I'm doing, okay? So we're going to do some lying hip abductions. Okay, so you put the I'm going to put a resistance band over my legs just to make the exercise a little bit harder. I'm going to put it just below the knees, okay, for the moment. So I'm laying down, but all I'm going to do is lift the leg up as high as I can, okay? 12 to 15 reps. It's like a bit of a rest, but you're working those hip abductor muscles on the outside of the legs there, look. 2, so you can see I've got resistance band on. 3, 4, so after all that hard work. 5, 6, just relax the rest of the body. I'm lying down, I'm not asleep obviously. 7, 8, 9, and I can feel that tiring. 10, so I've got different resistance bands. This is not quite the heaviest, but it's one off, and I know I can do up to 15 on this one. That's 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I'm gonna, just by way of demonstration, just turn over to the other side now, okay? But I've moved the band is down lower now, right down by my ankles, okay? So off we go again. So you get a different lever. It's quite hard, this one. 3, 4, 5, 6. Obviously you can do this without the band. 7, but I would definitely recommend. They're quite cheap, they're versatile. You know, if we're in this for the long haul, you want to work your body as hard as you can. This is my weak side. I know I struggle to get my glutes going here, so I need to work a bit harder and sometimes lose the form a bit. And 15. Okay, I'm going to leave it down the bottom because I had it just under my knees on the last time. Okay, so I'm going to leave it down the bottom by my ankles again, just so I get one high and one low on each leg, okay? And then you notice I'm just taking a short rest because obviously each leg is rested anyway whilst the other one's working, so you don't want to stop. And I can really feel that there, it's so tiring. You can also do this doing what they call lateral walks. I'm going to do about 12 on this because I want to keep the form. 9, so it's harder down the bottom here. 10, the lever. And you can do that with squats as well. You can just use squats with the band. I'm doing 12 there. And as I said, I'm going to bring the band up a bit further. I'm using my watch all the time because I've got this Garmin watch, and it, you know, like Apple Watches and stuff like that, whatever brand it is, a lot of them have the facility to monitor your weight or strength training. It counts the repetitions, but it doesn't always do it that accurately on these sort of things. Okay, so notice how far my range is now. I don't know if you noticed, but my leg can go up so much further now because I've got the resistance band just under my knee, so it's a lot easier, but it's still a bit more resistance than doing it with none. So I'm still going to do 12. That's 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, and I'm stopping watch because each time it will monitor my rest period. Okay, good. Right, I've got one more to go, and then it's going to be a bit of warm up. So I'm going to put the band this time sort of just above the knees, and we'll give that a try. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze from the glutes. I'm going to raise up into a bridge, okay, but I'm also going to extend one leg forward and up, so I'm straightening one leg up each time. See that? Okay, so we're going to do 10 to 12 on each side, okay, or 12 to 15, just whatever you want. Okay, off we go. So 1, make sure you come down each time, so it's squeeze, straighten the leg, all one move. And what I'm trying to do at the same time with this band is keep it under tension, so I'm pushing my legs out. I'm externally rotating at the hips there. I'm not really counting that much because I just want to do it properly, and I'll know when I've had a good workout. I'll start tiring. So this is a good one, again, just to isolate muscles. It's good for balance, good for stability, good for mobility, everything. And you know, it's quite a good way to start slowly bringing down the heart rate under control. So I'm going to do, after this one, another 2 on each leg, okay? So hips up, you notice, hold it for a second, hips up and down, 1 more on each leg. Do that in your own time, rest when you need to. There we are. I'm going to rest there for a second, and I'll do one more of those, okay? And that is the workout. So whenever you do it, if you do it, even if you just watch it for some ideas, I hope you like it. You'll see how awkward it was for me to get warmed up, to get into it, to make sure I'm doing the right muscles, to make sure I was doing it safely, and just be very careful. But you know, there's no excuse not to train. Come on, we've got to do it. So this time, same again. Clock starts. Let's get those abs under control. Okay, so tense them a little bit. Squeeze up, hold, and down. Squeeze up, hold, and down. So I'm trying to keep the hips, you know, not lopsided, under control, up as high as I can. My shoulders are on the floor, arms are supporting. Good. So by the time you've done this, you've done at least 15 sets. You've probably done more on your legs, glutes and hips in total. So if it's every time you're doing the squats, you're doing a hip extension, you're doing a hip flexion. I'll do 2 more on each leg. Squeeze and down. Squeeze that glute. Come on, up. Under control, high as you can. And you get, they're not necessarily good for every exercise. They're good for a lot of leg exercises. And they come with extra light, medium, extra. Left leg right the way up, over. Good, it's come back on again. So hopefully you caught the last one. So I've got my left leg over the right, my left shoulder and arm is on the floor, and I'm just using the opposite hand to bring it down. I'll show you the other side. Just make sure I move that up for you a bit more. So lift right leg up, over, keep this shoulder on the floor all the time, just use that arm there to push it down and away a bit more. So I've come indoors because it for some reason started to lose connection, but I don't think it's to be because I was outside. Just typical internet, isn't it? Okay, this one I really like. So I would always normally do this at the start as well. I'll move that way for you. Okay, so you're going to get into a lunge position. I'll go back a little bit more for you. Lunge position. Arms up in the sky, and you're just going to rock from side to side. Okay, so a little bit of mobility at the end as well. It's always a good one to start with, and then you're going to rotate all the way around, over the leg and away from the leg, over the leg and away from the leg. I'll come forward a bit, change legs. So opposite leg is in a lunge position, so good for the hip flexors. Up, like this. You can also rock forwards and backwards if you wanted to. And then we're going to go transverse or rotation, over the leg, away from the leg, over the leg, and away from the leg. Okay, I'll just move this up for you. Okay, what we're going to do now is you're going to slight bend in the knees, okay? Sweep down, floor sweep, all the way up to the sky, out and down. Okay, so you're trying to get the hamstrings and glutes all stretched off here. You're going to bend the back and straighten the back. That's what we're aiming for. So slight bend the knees, look, go down as low as you can, sweep the floor with those hands all the way. Really extend up, hold, look up to the sky, to the ceiling, out to the side, down, one more, down, up, out to the side, and now I'm just going to do a static stretch only because I like to do it at the end. Out to the other side, and there we go. Right, well, if you've done that session, I know not many people are doing it live now, but we're trying to do them in the evening for you as well, okay, because then we know people have definitely finished work, although you can do the recordings at any time. So anyway, give us your feedback if there's any particular workouts you'd like, and hope it works for you. See you soon. Keep safe, keep healthy.